It's the HealthSage Mountain Medicine Festival. The BMC and the British Mountain Medicine Society have combined for the last few years to get a group of volunteers, about 30 doctors and paramedics and nurses together, to educate mountaineers, climbers, hill walkers on the many aspects of mountain medicine. We've got people from mountain rescue teams, we've got people who advise commercial expeditions, we've got people teaching who are medical, who have climbed 8,000 metre peaks. So we have the practical experience of putting medicine in the mountains.
My favourite part is now, when everybody's out, everybody's sitting, everybody's talking things through, everybody's trying new things, learning new information. There's a lot of smiles, people are really happy with what they're learning. And there's just such a lovely atmosphere of people learning from each other, discussing stuff, asking questions. And I think everybody gets a really big buzz from the day.
There's a huge variety of people for who this is their first ever dalliance into thinking about injuries and health in the mountains. Whilst we've got some really experienced mountain guides, and actually we've also got some doctors who this isn't their day job, and they would just want to learn a little bit more for when they're out having fun themselves.
I decided to do this weekend because I just wanted to expand my sort of knowledge and skills of mountain medicine. In the mountain rescue world, you're going to come across all different sorts of injuries and illnesses, and I think just honing in on doing the basics well and practicing this weekend gives us a really good overview of what we might be expected to see and what we might be expected to deal with, and it's just simple practical tips that we can take with us on the hill.
So the injured patient scenario is sort of trying to take everything we've been teaching them together and put it into one scenario. So some of the practical skills of splinting, assessment of the casualty, but then thinking about the wider non-technical skills of working in a team, managing a scene, and thinking about how you're going to evacuate the casualty.
Going to the mountains, doing sports, whether it's snowboarding, mountain biking, hill climbing or rock climbing, there's plenty of opportunity to injure yourself, and I thought this course could be really useful. Hopefully I'll never need to use it, but having a little bit of knowledge I think will be really useful.
I just think it's really important to share the medic's expertise, and this is just the perfect way to do that. The more times we can get that information out, then the fewer people get poorly and injured in the mountains, hopefully.
At the end of the day, we are getting to share our knowledge with a group of people who really want to learn. And hopefully some of the knowledge that us as a faculty will share this weekend might eventually one day save a life, and that's got to be worth it.
Even after this one day, I feel like I've got a lot more knowledge than I did coming into it. I thoroughly recommend it to somebody who is a complete layperson. If you ever go on the mountain, or even if you don't go on the mountain, it could be very useful in day-to-day life. I don't need to be in the Himalayas to this become useful. But certainly if you do go in the Himalayas, you need to go on a course like this.